Hey, what's up, everybody? It's middle of January here in Kentucky, so you're wondering why there haven't been very many updates on the Infinity build. That's why it's cold. I don't have a garage. Done all the build on this car out in the driveway. So yeah, I'm kind of at the mercy of the weather, which is hit or miss this time of year in Kentucky. Be 70 degrees one day and be a foot of snow on the ground the next. And it just happened this last week. Had some time off over Christmas. May have seen some of the posts on Instagram. If you haven't followed me yet, it's at G35 Sedan on Instagram. Was able to get my Buick Roadmaster. We were able to get it put back together. It was hit by a drunk driver, I think it was the week before Halloween or the week before Thanksgiving, weekend before Thanksgiving, something like that. Anyway, drunk driver hit it 3:30 in the morning, hit and ran. We were able to track them down. They had insurance. Long story short, I'm waiting on paperwork back from the state to get the title rebuilt so I can go get my license plate so I can drive it again. But we rebuilt the front end on that. We have a 5.3 LS, 3rd gen, and a 4L60E that are going to get rebuilt and installed in the Buick Roadmaster with a Terminator X-Max system. I'm not going to hop this up too much. Cam, a little bit bigger injectors, the headers, exhaust. That's it. The Infinity has when I bought it, the plan was to build a 4L60E to hold this amount of power. Quickly found out that that was not very cost effective, and the 4L60Es wouldn't do that. Can be done, but the cost to do so just outweighed the benefits. So bought a Terminator X-Max system with the transmission controls for the Infinity, and I've got the wiring harness for that transmission in storage. So I bought just a regular Terminator X without the transmission controls, the complete system for the Buick. I'm going to flash the X-Max system back to stock without any of the Infinity tunes on it, and take that ECU, put in the Buick, and then I've got just a regular Terminator X to go in the Infinity, and I'll flash that with the version 2 software and upload the new tune that I've been working on with all the new sensors and everything for the Infinity. I'll upload that and get it installed. Not a big deal. It worked out pretty good, and I didn't pay anything out of pocket for it. The insurance company. Just a little bit of paperwork on my part. So where we stand at on the Infinity, it's enough about the Buick. Still got the cold side to finish up. That shouldn't take too long, just whenever I get time to do it. Let's get the cold side finished up. Got to pull the engine back out. It's going to be easier for me being out in the driveway, pull the engine out, go ahead and install the transmission. Built a Turbo 400 JW Ultra Bale. It's got Jag's aluminum pan on it. Got a generic aluminum, Pro Trans brake in it. CK Performance, direct drum. Got a 5 clutch direct drum. They're all red. Alto clutches. Have an FTI 4 clutch intermediate, and we have a 5 clutch forward. Billet forward drum, billet input, billet intermediate shaft, and then we have a can't remember the name of it. It starts with an A, major transmission company. The 4130 output shaft. I'll think of it here in a minute. Been a long day. And we also have a fully rollarized billet forward hub from CK Performance. We have their updated center support, which has been bored out, has an oversized aluminum piston in it. Everything you can do basically to turbo 400, aside from buying a big $4,000 or $5,000 Reed transmission, been done to it. Restricted the converter charge port on the front pump. It's at 0.120 restriction. Pressure spring in the front pump's been replaced with the one with the trans brake. FTI case saver, heavy duty snap rings throughout. Everything's been rollarized. We had 5 thousandths in play in the output shaft, and then in the front we've got about 12 thousandths play on the input shaft total. So everything's well within spec, pretty tight. Everything went together well, so I'm happy with that. We've got MMR, quick spool, dump valve set up on it, low dollar motorsports, pressure temp sensors. We got one on for the case pressure to monitor it, and also have one on the output that goes to the dump valve and to the transmission cooler. The plan is to use that to limit converter charge pressure. So if I get above, just throwing this out there, get above 150, PSI converter pressure, I can say, hey, open this up for X amount of time to relieve the pressure down to whatever it needs to be. Also looking at getting a low dollar motorsports shock travel sensor. It's like a 2-inch travel sensor, and we're going to use that for indicator for which gear it's in, and then we can also use that to tune boost by gear and everything else. So that'll work out good, and that's just a simple bracket on the gear selector bracket, and goes over to the pan on the little bracket, and then run the wires up and do what I do in the Holly. Not a big deal. Simple $80 solution that can be used for several things, and we can use that in conjunction with the dump valve and have it set up through the Holly, so going down the track on gear changes, if we need to dump a little converter charge pressure out to gain some traction, then we'll be able to do that. So it'll be like a traction control system too. So pretty neat. You can do all that stuff with the Holly, just as long as you got sensors and know what you're doing. So that's where we stand at on the Infinity right now. I'm going to pull it out, pull the engine out, get the transmission, torque converter mounted up, spaced out, get it back in the car, get the transmission mount bolted in. Still got some work to do on the differential side. The differential itself is done. Just need to put the cover back on it, fill it up. We've got solid mounts. We had an issue. I say we, I'm the only one doing anything, but I had an issue with the GK Tech solid mount in the subframe. First one I put in went in, and we've got about 5/8 of an inch sticking out still, and it won't go in any further. And I can't get it out, no tools, pullers, anything. So we're going to cut that out. It's aluminum. We'll cut it out with a Sawzall. We'll just kind of pie cut it. We'll clean up inside the subframe and measure it with like a bore gauge. We'll measure that, and then got a new GK Tech solid bushing that goes in that subframe. what we'll do is we'll make sure that we've got that, you know, a thousandth or two. We'll machine that down so it fits in there snugly all the way and it doesn't get caught up again. And then we can go ahead and mount our diff, get our axles bolted back up, and measure for the drive shaft, and we'll be about set. Still got some wiring to do. Nothing major. I mean, all the major systems, fuel, coolant, you know, oil, all that stuff's been sorted. It's just a matter of going around tidying everything up, make sure everything's tight. May have a hose or two left to build here or there, but nothing crazy. And once the weather breaks, we can hammer us out in a couple weekends, I believe. Anywho, I just want to give you all a heads up. No, I haven't posted much on the YouTube channel. You know, not a lot to do right now, but I figure I'd give you all an update. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll get this channel rolling more. We're going to have an LS swap coming up on the Buick before too long. That should be quick and easy. Nothing crazy on it. Still used a stock drive shaft, stock transmission cross member. Got some motor mount adapters. We're going to slap this bad boy in there. I'm going to weld up a nice V-band stainless steel exhaust for it, dump it out underneath, and let it eat. Quick, dirty, easy. I've got, you know, it's going to have AC, heat, power steering, everything else on it. So, yeah, that'll be cool. So we'll put that up on the channel too. And just stay tuned, guys. We'll get this channel rolling. Like I said, once spring rolls around, I'll try to set up camera and get some, you know, in progress videos and things of that nature and show you around the car. But it's still going. Just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware. I haven't lost interest in it or anything else. Still got a lot to do, but the list is getting smaller by the day. All right, I appreciate it, guys. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at KYG35 Sedan. And if you have any questions or anything, hit me up.